Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I spent the better part of my morning making phone calls that I shouldn't have had them made. And I give you some examples. I ordered some from Amazon. But let me say this first. With the new browser that you're forced to use, I think it's called Micro something. What is that? Let me try to pull it up right quick. So let me see. Come on now. Come on up. I don't see it. But it's Micro something. It's the new one now that they force you to use. What I don't like about it, now I understand they're trying to head off scammers, hackers, and things of that nature. But it also throws off the customers too. Big time. Because now with this new browser, and I try to give y'all guys the name of this. Excuse me for this, because I got to give y'all this so y'all know. Okay, what is it? Don't want to give it to me right now. Oh, maybe I'll put it down here in the header. But every 3 days, and most of us got several passwords. We got our emails account, more than one, most of us. We got PayPal, we got YouTube, we got eBay, Reverb. The list goes on as far as your personal amount of accounts. I got many of them. And this particular browser, every 3 days, it kicks you out because you put in to save me, so the next time you open up your computer, boot it up, and then you go to your Hotmail, you're already in. Now what this does, it kicks all of your passwords out, and you got to put in all of these passwords almost every time this happens. And this happened, like I said, every 3 days now. It's different. It was like once a month. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. Every 2 weeks, twice a month. Every 3 days, I got to enter all these passwords, and some of them I forgot. So I got to start writing them down, and then taking 20 minutes to boot up and get into all of these accounts: the YouTube account, the Gmail account, the Hotmail account, the PayPal account, the Reverb. Just the list goes on, and it becomes quite annoying to do that. So I went to Amazon Thursday and I made a purchase. I paid for additional shipping or expedite shipping so they come here Friday. So I ordered it, paid with it with my Amazon card. And then about 3 hours later it says payment declined. I'm like, how's that possible? I hardly have anything on my Amazon card, and the purchase I was making was only $63. So it asked me for, I guess, an alternative. So I went in and put in another credit card. So now I was supposed to get this Friday. Then they moved it to Saturday now because of the delay in the payment issue. So then I get one today, and it's moving it to Sunday. We need, or payment or verification. I'm like, what's going on? I paid you with my Amazon card, which I know I got enough on. Then I paid you with one of my credit cards. So I called them and asked them what's going on. They said, well, the second one, we'll do the second one first. It didn't give us a reason why it declined. And I'm like, I know it wasn't the card. I just got that card, and I used the card already. It's been activated. So then they go to Amazon, because again, I initially paid with my Amazon card on my Amazon account. So they tell me what happened the first time. This is ridiculous. They said, you didn't put the expiration date on the credit card, on your Amazon credit card in your order. First of all, I never had to do that. Second of all, guess what? The Amazon doesn't have an expiration date on the card. You work here and you don't know that? Come on, even in my account, when I open it where it says, do you want to add another card for this account if you want to use another credit card? And it has Amazon card up there, and it clearly states no expiration date. All the rest of them got, they give you the last 4 digits of the card and the expiration date. You don't know that. You work here and you don't know that. And that's why it got delayed, because for some reason, actually I don't even recall it requesting that. And I know why it happened like that, because, and I'm make a long story short here, because that's not extremely important what I'm about to say here. When, like I told you, when I got to put in my passwords, I called them because for some reason it wouldn't go through when the browser kept, dumping all the passwords. So I talked to somebody at Amazon, and they had had to do some readjustments to the account. That's when they screwed up. The guy put, credit card information non-applicable, which actually technically that's true, but that could mean different things. And apparently the lady today seen NA and didn't understand that, and then didn't realize there's no expiration date on the card. So now what I ordered Thursday to get Friday, I won't be able to get to probably Tuesday, because she said, okay, we got that issue resolved, and we put the charge on the card. But the problem with the charge, putting it on the Amazon card, it's going to take 24 hours to process. Well, that means I'm not going to get my package tomorrow, which I supposed to get Friday. So I said, don't worry about that. Just put it on this card and assure me that it'll get here tomorrow. I'll pay for the additional shipping. Yeah, okay, we could do that. So then we do that, supposedly. Then I get an email from her 5 minutes later. It's going to take 24 hours to process this, just like the Amazon card. So most likely, I'm still not going to get my item tomorrow, even though I attempted to pay for it on Thursday. And technically, I paid for it today. So it's just ridiculous. Here's the next one. And you got to be careful, because now we live in an era where people are just trying to scam. It's like, what happened to honesty and dignity? That just went out the window. So I'm having issues with my CD in my truck. So my mechanic said, I can't work on this until you get the code, because once I unplug the battery cables, it locks up. And if you don't have the code, you can't reopen it. So you got to contact, the manufacturer, and you got to, request the code. So I went online looking, and then this one company says they have the codes to these. So I paid $18 to have them send me the code. So when I go to my mechanic, he can work on the CD player. And I'm going to put across the header here. This will be the header for this video. Radio-code.com. They're scams. Because June the 7th, I sent payment. They said it'd take 48 hours for them to send me an email with that information. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. 48 hours came and went, a week went, 2 weeks went, and then within that 1 week, I sent them an email saying, hey, I haven't received the code yet. Please advise. No response. So the 2 weeks went past. I contacted PayPal and told them, hey, I paid for something I didn't get. So they noted it that day. When I wanted them just straight out escalated to a claim. It's like, why do I need to call back twice? So they sent him an email. He ignored them. He ignored my email. So then I'm waiting for something. Nothing happens. Again, sent the request to PayPal to escalate the claim. So they're going to escalate it. And I'll get my money back within maybe 2 weeks. But I'm like, what's with all this scamming nonsense? You pay for stuff, you don't get it. You call certain companies, they don't respond. Because here's interesting. I just did a video on Amazon, and I forgot to mention this. You go on their site, and a lot of companies are doing this now. You go on their site, and you want to talk to somebody. So click down there where it says contact us. And then you get the option of chatting online and typing. I'm like, I want to talk to somebody. What's interesting is their customer service numbers, not even on their site. Not even on their site. I had to go on the internet and pull it off. I'm like, why isn't this information, which is very valuable information to your customer, on your site? Answer that question. They don't want to talk to you, but they want your money. eBay's doing that too. You can't call them anymore. You got to go through chat and say, I want you to call me. And they do to call you actually in a timely manner when that happens. But I'm like, why do I got to go through all this instead of just picking up my phone, dialing the number, and talking to another live person? Reverb has done that. And they initially did it to make adjustments for the COVID-19 when it first, started. Because people weren't coming into the physical office, and they were staying at home. So now, since some restrictions have been lifted and half of the people in this country has been vaccinated, can we get a phone number back? No, they're not going back to that. You got to send them an email, and they do respond in a timely manner, but there's some things you can express easier doing this instead of doing this. Most of us are not good at this unless we're legal secretaries. Most of us are good at least doing this, Because a lot of times when you send people text, sometimes the whole meaning gets lost in translation. Or he getting salty. No, I'm not getting salty. I'm sorry if you misinterpreted, but if I was talking to you, you'll be able to quickly determine my temperament, as opposed to, I don't know how he feels, I'm just reading words, you know. But avoidradio-code.com. They not giving you no codes to nothing. All they gonna do is take your money and then try to ignore you. And then you got to sick the dogs on them, you know. And that's what I had to do. So until next time, take care. My mic dropping. Take care and thanks for watching.